Hi, this is V and you're watching Buzzing with V. Welcome back to another video. Let's get on into this. So I am sharing with you a project share, well, several project shares, as well as I am in a swap, and I wanted to include that in this video as well. So I did use my design team projects to craft this swap. So I am involved in a swap, and that swap is called 4th of July swap, and the host is Sandy_521 Lake Street on Instagram. I will have her linked below, as well as my partner. My partner is Enos Blizzman, I think. Please forgive me for if I mispronounced that. Her handle is Paper Crafting with Enos here on YouTube and Instagram. This is my very first swap joining with Sandy. So thank you so much, Sandy, again for hosting. And to my partner, my very first time swapping with Enos, thank you so much. I had so much fun creating all of these crafts using Scrap Diva designs, and this is the beach chair mini album that I used to make this loaded bag. So you are able to make several projects with that die. You can make a box, you can make a loaded bag like I did here. You can also make an open end box as well as a mini album, and you can also use this for your scrapbook layouts. Another die that I'm using is the star nesting die here, and I made some rosettes with that, and you'll see that in a little bit here. And so the swap, the challenge was to send, it was a one-on-one swap, and we are to pick 5 of the items she has listed or make our own 5. And I just picked from the list. So the list is 2 bows, 2 rosettes, 1 memory dex card, 2 embellishments, 1 sequence mix, 2 bag toppers, or anything we'd like to make. And we can also make something for a tier tray if we'd like, and it's due by June 30th. So here is the Flags and Frills ephemera pack. I'm just showing you that I'm using that collection. I'm using it's a tongue twister for me, Flags and Frills paper collection by American Crafts. It was such a fun collection to craft with. I have been wanting to enter a 4th of July swap for the longest time. I think already over 4 years. And as well as St. Patrick's. I never craft those holidays, and I just had to pick this swap up. It was the first swap that I saw, and it was very easy. That was one reason why I gravitated to it. It's so easy to make bows and rosettes and memory decks. So it was one of those easy ones. One partner, which I can only handle. Anything more than that, I start to freak out. So here is a 360 of my loaded bag. What I did, I used some paper bags to glue the chairs to. And what I really wanted to do is just grab the bag, cut it down to size, and just glue it on. However, the bag was just a tad bit wider than the chairs. And so what I did, I just cut everything apart and glued it. And so what I ended up doing is just making gussets. That's all I did. So it's just 2 gussets on each side and 1 on the bottom. So the side gussets are about 1 inch wide with the edges at 1/2 inch wide. So you can do that for yourself. It's so easy to make. There I was showing you the charms that I'm using, as well as the flag right in the front. Here I'm sharing with you the ribbon I used for the flag. I picked it up from Michael's. It will be linked below if you'd like to pick that up for yourself. So here are the rosettes, and these are the stars that I used to create those shaker stars. I just love how they turned out. And I also used the lining of a star as a backing, as you can see them in the back a little bit. There's the back of the rosette. I also used the USA die cut for my stash. Here is a flag with a half rosette on it and some stars and ephemera pieces as well. And unfortunately, I didn't have I wanted a sparkly, like a sparkle pom-pom. You know those pom-poms that come with like foil in it? And I didn't have any, so I had to use this one here. My pink ones were just a tad bit too small for this flag, so I had to use these ivory pom-poms. These are from a ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And so I'm just sharing with you the little flag I have. This one wasn't required, but I added extra embellishments in this loaded bag here. So here is the second rosette. It's in different colors and I'm just slightly different. So as you can see there, I also made it into a shaker. I used the red and the blue. There's the back again. Very clean. And they will be housed in some cellophane baggies there. And I probably will add some sequence mix. So here I'm sharing with you what the pocket looks like in front. So all it is a half piece of the chair. So that's all it is there, with a gusset on each side, and the gussets are about 1/4 of an inch wide, and I did 4 of them. So there's the side again. As you can see, if I had to do it again, I still would use the bags, even though I didn't completely use the entire bag. The lunch bags, well, they were gift bags. They're kind of like as small as lunch bags, but I love that feel and the crunch of a lunch bag. So that's what I wanted to go with this project as well, because I just love loaded bags, loaded anything really, loaded bags, loaded envelopes. I love them. So here's another flag that I created. I just stitched on some sequins there. Those are fussy cuts from the paper pad. And so here's my rosette, and inside it is the sequence mix. I just made it look all pretty, added a banner around it, tied it with some twine. And there it is. It just says USA, and it has 2 silver stars on each end. And then I used the red twine. The red twine is for Michael's, back when they sold that. I'm not sure if they still have it. And then here is the memory deck. So the memory decks is a Scrap Diva Designs die. They are miniature memory decks cards, and you get 3 different styles of memory decks. I'm not sure if it's still available or not. If not, I will have that linked below. I'm also using the butterfly. This one is for like a straw topper, so it's the butterfly straw topper, and this one came out, this one's an older one. So there it is there. I did it in red, white, and blue, and then I added that pink sentiment to it, and it says Old Glory. I just loved how it turned out. I did a lot of stitching on this one as well. So it is a miniature. I'm showing you that I forgot to add my charm to this memory decks card. However, I do add that later on. So I want to show you exactly what I have in there. So I do have 2 embellishments in there, plus the sequence mix, plus the bag topper, so she can remove the bag topper and reuse it if she'd like. So yeah, and I also am using these here. These are flower centers, and I use them as like fireworks sparklers. So as you can see there, they're like fireworks. I used them in red and gold and silver, so you can see that there. And so here I'm sharing with you the memory decks card that I'm using. So again, I'm only showing you the one that I used. However, it does come with 2 other ones, and they are the miniature ones. I just love them. Again, here's a gusset. I just love gussets. I'm always using gussets and pockets for my projects, so I just love them. I think they're so easy to create, and then they look so cute as well, and they can house a lot of stuff, kind of like what a box would house. So there are the 2 embellishment flags that I used. I made those flags using a die from my stash, so I will have that linked below if you'd like to check that out. And I also have my sequence mix here. So I created, I think this is more than 4 ounces. So lots of sequence there. And I shopped my stash, you guys, and I came up with that. So I was lucky enough to create something beautiful. Here is Mr. Linus heading over to see what all of the crinkling is. And he loves the sound of sequence as well. So I'm just stirring that just a little bit just to give him that ASMR. He just loves it. So he's trying to look for his baggies. He loves cellophane bags and loves to buy on the sticky part. So here I'm getting in my pets because he does not like to be petted or held. So I took that opportunity to pet him. So there's my pocket, and see, it holds a lot too, considering it's just a tiny little pocket, and it's a 1/4 of an inch gusset as well that I used. And so I'm sending her this die as well. This die is not Scrap Divas, however, it's for my stash. I will have that linked below, where I picked that up from, and it was an extra, so I had an extra once and I wanted to send that to her. And then here are some, I think these are tinsels. It's a tinsel ribbon, and I thought it went well with the swap. 4th of July, perfect for that. I had it in my stash for so long and haven't used it, so I decided to gift it here because it does match everything else, and she can also use it for next year if she decides to join a swap again. So here I'm showing you the inside. It's fairly big, you guys. Here is another embellishment pick, and that again I used from Fussy Cuts, and I added some sequence there. And here are my 2 bows. So I made went with the darker blue and then the reds. And I wish I would have went in with the lighter blue and pink. However, I made them already, and a lot of stuff came up. Personal stuff came up, which I couldn't change that up. I would have changed it up a little bit, but yeah, I have a lot of things going on. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will find out a lot of what's happening with me. So check that out. All my links will be listed below. Here is a star pick, which I made from I forgot which collection it was. Park Lane from Joann's. They're little chipboards. And then here are some flag embellishments that I also made for her and added it inside this flags and frills packaging. And I just think it just looks like it came from Flags and Frills. And I just love the embellishment. So here is the last item. Here's the inside of the bag as well. There it is. Very easy to make. I hope you'll make that on your own. So easy. And I might just make another one in the next video. I still have another die to get to, and I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna make something. So here is a tassel that I made straight out of ribbon. So all of the ribbons that and I used all the colors in this collection, and I matched it up, and all kinds of different ribbons, and added some beads as a dangle to the tassel. So I hope she enjoys this one. This is my very first ribbon tassel, chunky ribbon tassel like this. Moving on to the next thing. So I am done with this tassel. It's not the perfect tassel, however, I love it. And here I want to show you the envelope I created off camera. So this is another part of the day. I added this. I thought this little envelope would go great with this gift that I'm giving her, and it's just a very simple envelope I created. I added some stickers to the front, and there's like 3 stickers that are stacked up on top of each other, along with some sewn in sticker stars. And I added 2 big stars to the back with a punch that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and added a twine. I was going to say string, but it's twine. And that twine I picked up from from Michael's a while ago. So you can pick some up from Amazon if they don't have it available. Here's my tag I'm going to be using to wrap everything up. So I'm going to put everything back together so you can see how this loaded bag looks like, and I just want to share with you really quick what the side looks like and how it is a loaded bag. And so you probably could recreate this with printer paper. So you're using gussets as the printer paper to get that kind of crinkle effect that you would want with a lunch bag. So again, I did use gift bags from Dollar Tree, and you are able to use lunch bags as well. Any color lunch bag or gift bag would work with this. So that's what I made, and I think I will recreate this again very shortly. And so I'm just gonna stack everything in. And look like once I repackaged everything and added it to the loaded chair shaped bag, it kind of was a little snug. So I'm glad that everything still fit. And real quick, you guys, head on over to scrapdivadesigns.com. Check out what's available. And again, this chair, a die set, is something that I personally picked. So it's one of my favorites, and I picked it so I could create with it. And I think you'll like it as well. I do have a discount code for you. If you'd like to use that, you can save 10%. That is V10%, and that's VEE10 and the percent sign. So utilize that through the entire website, and you can use that at checkout. Okay, you guys. So I'm just about finished here. I want to put this memory dex card into a cell phone bag, and as well as the rosettes. And they're very simply packaged. I also wanted to stitch these, however, there's no time anymore. I can't do that. However, I wanted it to still have some sort of wellness. So, presentation is everything again. And so I just added a bit of sequence here just to give it some pop. And I'm going to seal up that bag so each individual rosette will be housed in one baggie. And I picked up these bags from Amazon. If I find the link, I will have it linked below as well if you'd like to use that. They're helpful for swaps. They're kind of thin cellophane bags, so if you're looking for a very thick one, this one isn't the one that you'd want. However, for swaps, they work great, and I always use them as well. So I'm adding the memory dex card to the cellophane bag, and I'm going to tie my banner to it. I think I called the banner or the memory dex card a rosette earlier. My apologies. So yeah, I have kids in the background, and so I have to stop and go when I do voiceovers, and so I get interrupted from time to time. But that is a memory dex card, and I'm adding a banner, tying it to the cellophane bag there really quick. So it's just very simply done, but it gives it the wow factor that we all love to see. And just, you could just add some banners to that. You could also add some more flags and tie them with some twine. It just gives it a different look, and it's just eye-popping and eye candy for you, I think, in my opinion. But this is how I craft. I wasn't always crafting like this. If you go way back when, 5-6 years ago, I did not craft like this. But I'm glad that I have been able to perfect my craft, and I'm also learning so much more as well. As I keep crafting, you learn and learn and learn and get better. So if you guys think that you guys don't craft well, just keep working at it. Don't give up, because every time you make something, you get better each and every time. And so, yeah, keep doing that, you guys. And I also want to say, head on over to the hosts' Instagram as well as my partners. Check them out as well. And also check out American Crafts. They have new collections coming out as well. So that way you can check out all of that as well and get your pick of what you'd like. Okay, so I'm adding some more sequins to the second rosette. And you know what? I missed making rosettes. I haven't made a rosette in so long, and I think I'm going to make more very soon and share with you how I make them. You know, everyone has their own techniques, and I haven't seen my technique done, so I'm going to go ahead and make some rosettes. Hopefully, cross my fingers, I can do that very soon. I believe I do have a rosette making video, but it's an old one, so we need a new one. Let's go ahead and do that, right? So last thing here, I'm going to add my little envelope, and then I'm going to add all the pics I made. If you're making flags, you can add some ribbon to the flags just to give an extra wow factor. And that is it. You can also add more stuff to things. I just don't have time, you guys. I was only able to create like the simplest things here, and I think I mastered that. So everything was so simple but yet cute at the same time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This concludes the video, and I hope you'll be making some loaded bags because I love loaded bags. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.